You know that feeling when you share something exciting with someone, something personal, something that matters to you.
Yes,
And instead of feeling good after, you feel strange, a little exposed, a little vulnerable.
like you gave away something you shouldn't have.
Yes. And you think, why did I say that? Why did I share that?
I know that feeling exactly.
And then, sometimes, that thing you shared, it comes back to you in a different way, through a different person.
Someone used it, or judged you for it, or changed how they see you because of it.
And you think, if I had just stayed quiet, if I had just kept that to myself.
Everything would be different.
Today, we are talking about privacy and why keeping some things to yourself is not secretive. It is not rude. It is not cold.
It is power.
It is pure power. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Speak Unstoppable, the podcast where we help you speak English naturally and confidently through real, honest conversations.
I'm John.
And I'm Maria. So happy you're here with us today.
This episode is for B1 to B2 learners, intermediate to upper intermediate level English.
How are you feeling today, John?
Honestly, a little thoughtful. Because this topic, privacy, it made me think about so many moments in my life where I shared too much, too soon, with the wrong people.
Me too. And I think a lot of our listeners will feel the same.
Before we start, thank you. Really, thank you for choosing to learn English with us today.
You show up every week, and we notice. Let's go. Okay, let me ask you something. Have you ever told someone your plan before it was finished? Before it was real?
Oh, yes. Many times.
And what happened?
Sometimes, nothing. They just listened. But other times, they said something. A doubt. A question. A small negative comment.
And suddenly, your excitement was gone.
Like someone let the air out of a balloon.
Yes, and the plan, the dream, the goal, it felt smaller, less possible, less yours.
And you hadn't even started yet.
That is what happens when we share too much, too soon, with too many people.
And today's episode is about that. About the quiet power of privacy.
Because in a world where everyone shares everything, every meal, every feeling, every plan, every opinion,
The person who stays a little quiet, a little private, a little mysterious.
that person has power. Real power.
And today, we'll talk about why. And we'll give you the English to talk about privacy, boundaries, and personal space, naturally and confidently.
Maybe this is you. You share too much, too quickly, and sometimes you regret it.
Or maybe you've been hurt by sharing something that wasn't received well.
Today, we explore this together.
Okay, let's start simply. What is privacy?
Privacy means keeping certain things about your life, your plans, your feelings, your struggles, your wins, to yourself, or to a very small circle of people you truly trust.
And circle here is an important word. Your circle means the people closest to you, the ones who have earned the right to know your private things.
Yes, not everyone deserves to be in your circle.
Strong words, but true.
Very true. And here's the thing. Privacy is natural. It's healthy. It's wise.
But we live in a world now where sharing is normal. Social media, WhatsApp groups, office conversations, family gatherings.
Everywhere, people are sharing what they're doing, what they're feeling, what they're planning, what they're struggling with.
And sharing can be beautiful. Connection is important. Vulnerability has value.
Yes, we are not saying never share anything, never open up, never be vulnerable.
We are saying, be intentional about what you share, with whom, and when.
Intentional means doing something on purpose, with a clear reason.
Because not everyone who asks how you are actually wants to know.
And not everyone who seems supportive actually is.
And this is hard to accept. Because we want to believe people are good, people are safe, people can be trusted.
And many people can. But not all people. And not all the time.
So how did we get here? Why do people overshare?
A few reasons. Reason 1, excitement. When something good happens, you want to tell everyone. Immediately.
Yes, the promotion, the new relationship, the big plan, the exciting idea.
And the excitement pushes you to share before you think.
Reason 2, the need for validation. Validation means seeking approval or confirmation from others, wanting people to say, yes, that's great. Yes, you're right. Yes, you're good enough.
And social media made this worse. Because now you can get validation from hundreds of people with one post.
And it feels good. For a moment.
But it also means hundreds of people now know something about your life, something you can never take back.
Reason 3, loneliness. When we feel lonely or disconnected, we share more, because sharing feels like connecting.
And sometimes it is. But sometimes sharing out of loneliness leads to sharing with the wrong people.
People who aren't safe with your information.
Maybe you know this feeling too. You shared something personal, and later you wished you hadn't.
You're not alone. We've all done it. The question is, what do we do differently next time? Okay, let's talk about the title of today's episode. Privacy is power. What people don't know, they can't ruin.
That second sentence is the most important one. What people don't know, they can't ruin.
Can you explain that with an example?
Of course. Imagine you have a dream, a big dream. Maybe you want to start a business, or move to a new country, or change your career completely.
And you're excited, and nervous, and it's very new.
Yes, it's fragile, like a small flame. It exists, but it can be blown out easily.
And you tell someone, a friend, a family member, a colleague.
And they say, "Oh, are you sure? That seems risky." Or, "I tried something similar once. It didn't work." Or, "Do you really think you can do that?"
And the small flame, it flickers.
Maybe it goes out completely.
And the person didn't even mean to hurt you. They were just being honest, being realistic.
But their reality, their fear, their experience, their doubts, they became your reality before you even tried.
And that's the danger of sharing too early.
Because when an idea is new, it is vulnerable. It needs protection. It needs quiet. It needs space to grow before it meets the world.
And if you keep it private, just for a while, it grows stronger. And by the time you share it, it's real. It's solid. It can handle questions and doubts.
Solid means strong and stable. not easily broken.
So privacy is not hiding, it's protecting.
Yes, you're not hiding your dream. You're protecting it while it's still growing.
And this applies to so many things, not just big plans.
Your relationships. Don't announce every new relationship immediately. Let it breathe. Let it develop privately before the world has opinions about it.
Your struggles. You don't need to tell everyone what you're going through. Choose carefully who holds that information.
Your finances. People don't need to know what you earn, what you spend, what you have.
Your progress. Sometimes, keeping your progress quiet means you focus on the work, not on the applause.
Applause means approval and praise from others.
And when you work quietly and then show results, the impact is so much greater.
Because people see the finished thing, not the messy process, not the doubts, not the failures along the way.
They see you did it, and that is powerful.
Maybe you know this feeling too. You shared a plan early, and someone's reaction changed how you felt about it.
What would have happened if you'd waited, if you'd protected it a little longer?
Maybe it would still be alive today.
Okay, here's the practical challenge. Because privacy sounds great in theory,
But in real life, people ask questions. Personal questions. And you don't want to be rude. You don't want to seem cold. You don't want to push people away.
so how do you stay private while still being warm and friendly?
Great question. And the answer is you redirect. You don't shut down. You redirect.
Redirect means to change the direction of something, to guide it somewhere else.
So when someone asks a question you don't want to answer, you don't say, I don't want to talk about that. That can feel harsh.
Instead, you say something warm. And then you move the conversation forward.
For example, someone asks, So, are you seeing anyone? And you don't want to share that.
You can say, nothing exciting to report yet. But tell me, how are things with you?
You gave a light answer. You kept it friendly. And you pass the conversation back to them.
And most people, they won't push further because they got something. And then the conversation moved on.
Another example. Someone asks, How much do you earn? Or how much did that cost?
You can say, oh, enough to survive. You know how it is.
Vague. Friendly. No information given, but no offense taken.
Vague means not specific, not giving details.
And one more. Someone asks about your plans, your future, your goals, and you're not ready to share.
You can say, I'm still figuring things out. When I have something solid, I'll definitely share.
This is honest. It says, I'm not hiding. I'm just not ready. And people respect that more than you think.
Because it sounds intentional, not secretive, thoughtful, not cold.
The key is always warmth. You can be private and warm. You can protect your information and make the other person feel valued.
These things are not opposites.
They work together beautifully.
And here are some specific English phrases you can use to protect your privacy naturally.
I'm keeping that close to my chest for now. This means I'm keeping it private for the moment.
I'd rather not say, but thank you for asking.
That's something I'm still processing. This means I'm still thinking about it. I'm not ready to talk.
I prefer to keep that between us. When you want to limit who knows something,
It's a work in progress. when your plan or idea is not ready to share.
These phrases are natural. They're polite. And they protect your privacy completely.
Maybe you know this feeling too. Someone asked you something personal, and you didn't know what to say. So you shared more than you wanted to.
Now you have better options. Okay. We've talked a lot about protecting your information, being careful with what you share.
But let's be clear. We are not saying become completely closed. Become a wall. Trust nobody.
That is not healthy either.
No. Human connection needs openness, needs vulnerability, needs trust.
So the question is not, should I share? The question is, who deserves my openness?
And how do you know who deserves it?
Good question. Let me give you some signs. Signs that someone is a safe person to be open with.
Sign 1. They have kept your secrets before. If you told them something private in the past and they never shared it, that's a good sign.
Trust is built slowly. Through small tests, small moments.
Sign 2. They don't use your vulnerabilities against you. Vulnerabilities means the sensitive, tender parts of you, the things that can hurt you.
A safe person, when you share something sensitive, they handle it carefully. They don't use it in an argument later. They don't share it with others.
Sign 3. They celebrate your wins genuinely. Not everyone can do this. Some people, when you succeed, feel something uncomfortable inside, even if they smile.
And a truly safe person, they are genuinely happy when you are happy. No jealousy, no competition.
Jealousy means feeling unhappy because of someone else's success or possessions.
And these people are rare. But they exist.
And when you find them, be open with them. Be real with them. Share your dreams, your struggles, your real self.
Because that's what connection is for.
But for everyone else, the colleagues, the acquaintances, the social media followers,
Keep it warm. Keep it friendly. And keep it a little private.
you don't owe your story to everyone who is curious about it.
That is one of the most important sentences of today.
You don't owe your story to everyone who is curious about it.
Your life is yours. Your plans are yours. Your feelings are yours.
Share them when you choose, with who you choose, on your terms.
Maybe you know this feeling too. You have one person in your life, just one, who feels completely safe, who you can tell anything.
Hold on to that person. And be that person for someone else too.
Can I share something that changed how I think about privacy?
Please.
I used to think, if I don't share things, people will think I have something to hide, like I'm being dishonest, or secretive in a bad way.
A lot of people think that
But then I realized something. The most confident people I know, the most successful, most grounded people, they are also the most private.
yes, they don't announce their plans. They just execute them. Execute means to carry out, to actually do the thing.
They don't post about every struggle. They work through it quietly. And then they emerge, stronger.
And when they do share, it means something. Because it's rare.
Yes, when a private person opens up, you listen. Because you know it's real. It's chosen. It's important.
Versus someone who shares everything all the time. After a while, nothing they share feels significant.
Because there are no filters, no selection. Everything is the same level.
Privacy creates significance. Significance means importance. Weight. Meaning.
When you protect something, it becomes more valuable.
To you and to others.
And here's the most important thing. Privacy is not about fear. It's not about hiding because you're ashamed.
It's about understanding that not everything needs an audience.
Some things are just for you. Some chapters of your life are just for living, not for sharing.
And that is not coldness. That is wisdom.
Remember this sentence. Not every chapter of your life needs an audience. Some stories are just for you.
Say it again.
Not every chapter of your life needs an audience. Some stories are just for you.
And that is enough. Okay, everyone. Let's slow down now. Word tour time.
Key words from today. Say them with us.
Word 1. Privacy. This means keeping certain information about your life to yourself or to a trusted few. Example 1. She valued her privacy and didn't share personal things easily. Example 2. Privacy is not secrecy, it's wisdom about what you share and with whom.
Privacy is a choice. A conscious, confident choice.
Word 2. Vulnerable. This means open to being hurt. Sensitive. Exposed. Example 1. Sharing your dreams too early makes them vulnerable to other people's doubts. Example 2. He felt vulnerable after sharing something so personal.
Vulnerable is not weak. But vulnerable in the wrong place, with the wrong person, can cost you.
Word 3. Intentional. This means doing something on purpose, with a clear reason. Example 1. Be intentional about what you share and with whom. Example 2. Intentional people think before they speak, and their words carry more weight.
Intentional sharing is powerful. Accidental oversharing is risky.
Word 4. Redirect. This means to change the direction of something, to guide a conversation somewhere else. Example 1. When she didn't want to answer, she redirected the conversation with a warm question. Example 2. Redirecting is not lying, it's choosing where the conversation goes.
Redirect with warmth. And nobody feels shut out.
Word 5. Vague. This means not specific, not giving clear details. Example 1. He gave a vague answer about his salary and nobody pushed further. Example 2. Sometimes a vague answer is the kindest and most powerful answer.
Vague done warmly is a superpower. Learn it.
Word 6. Execute. This means to actually carry out a plan, to do the thing. Example 1. She stopped talking about her goal and started executing it quietly. Example 2. The most successful people execute first and announce later.
Execute quietly. Announce when it's done. The results speak louder than the plans.
Word 7. Significance. This means importance, weight, meaning. Example 1. Because she rarely shared personal things, when she did, it had real significance. Example 2. Privacy creates significance. What is rare is valuable.
Protect your words, and they will carry more weight when you use them.
Word 8. Acquaintance. This means someone you know, but not deeply, not a close friend. Example 1. He was friendly with many acquaintances, but private with most of them. Example 2. There is a difference between a friend and an acquaintance. and your privacy level should reflect that.
Know the difference between a friend and an acquaintance, and share accordingly. Okay, one thing to practice this week. Just one.
Before you share something personal, pause, just for a moment, and ask yourself 2 questions.
Question 1. Does this person need to know this?
Question 2. What happens if they share this with someone else?
If your answer to question 2 makes you uncomfortable, don't share it.
And here is your sentence template for today. When someone asks something you don't want to answer,
I'm keeping that close to my chest for now, but tell me, how are things with you?
say it now, out loud.
I'm keeping that close to my chest for now, but tell me, how are things with you?
Again, warm, friendly, confident.
I'm keeping that close to my chest for now, but tell me, how are things with you?
That one sentence, it protects your privacy and keeps the conversation warm and makes the other person feel valued.
3 things. One sentence. Okay. Comment challenge time.
This week's question.
Tell us, is there something you shared in the past that you wish you had kept private? What did you learn from it?
Write it in the comments. In English. Even just 2 sentences.
Because your experience might help someone else make a better choice today.
We read every single comment. Every one.
If this episode helped you, please give it a like. It really helps more people find us.
And subscribe to Speak Unstoppable if you haven't yet. New episodes every day, real conversations, real English, real life.
Thank you for being here today.
You showed up. You listened. And maybe, just maybe, you'll think twice before sharing something next time.
And that pause, that one small pause, could protect something really important.
Until next time, stay warm, stay open with the right people.
And stay private about everything else.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.